So
Emotional.
Do I have to say what song?
Just listen.
go read it.
The use of AI should be limited and only be used solely.
Okay, go. Being put out when they were.
Check. Oh, check.
Okay, ready?
Okay.
I'm Danny.
And I'm Ari.
We interviewed our classmates with the song All I Want for Christmas Is You by Mariah Carey and an AI version of the same song to find which song they connected with on a more emotional level. So let's get to it.
Let's go to these interviews.
So the experiment that was performed on our classmates, we all used the same question on every single one of them, and the question was, which song do you emotionally connect with more? And we did All I Want for Christmas by Mariah Carey
Don't want a lot for Christmas
versus the AI generated version of the song.
I don't want a lot for Christmas.
And our thesis is, AI is removing emotion from music because people are using it wrong as a replacement instead of a tool.
And this experiment will allow us to dive deeper into our research question.
So I'm gonna be giving him headphones. This is Aaron. Say hi to them.
Hey.
Okay. I'm gonna be playing the first song for him. Let's see. Aaron picked the AI generated song because he connected more with the voice and pace of the song. The rest of our classmates picked the Mariah Carey original.
So today it is day 2, and after reviewing the footage from yesterday, Aaron was the only one that picked the AI generated video as a more emotional video.
What distinguishes human musical creativity from AI-generated composition in terms of expression, cultural, and emotional appeal?
So let's just talk about it.
So basically, you can ask your AI to create you any set of lyrics that you want to, if you ever want like a happy, sad, any type of song that you want.
Yeah.
AI can create those lyrics for you, they can create a beat for you, and they can basically produce a whole entire song for you. And it takes all the original like creator content.
Or, for example, like there's this new song on TikTok, and what it did is it took another singer's vocals from another song, and AI put it into a song with generated lyrics, sort of like that.
Just shows how easily your voice can be translated into music just by asking AI, and how quickly AI can generate that for you.
Here's an example of how easy it is to create a song just using AI.
So our primary source is this video from Dustin Ballard on doing a TED Talk, and he talks about how he actually interacts with the crowd by using a AI generated song he made, and he actually plays it before he tells the crowd this is AI generated.
Now, I love Bowie's cover, but there's just something about a beat-up guitar and an old man singing straight from the soul that to me really gets to the emotion of the song. And I think what's most interesting is that I just made up that entire story. It was actually 100% AI.
And that really grabs the crowd's attention to our research question.
And we found many different like resources from primary to secondary, from articles to videos of how AI really has been affecting even like small creators of music like in this industry. And here is all of our information on it, and we're going to be showing you a small snippet of the video that Ari just talked about.
Let's go.
Let's go.
I'd like to start with a question. What is real music? Now, this is a question that's come up with synthesizers, with sampling and hip-hop music, even with the phonograph when it first came out in the 1800s. People back then debated whether or not reproduced music was real music. John Philip Sousa, he said that phonographs were a substitute for human skill, intelligence, and soul. They reduced the expression of music to a mathematical system. It almost sounds like he's talking about AI, doesn't it? So is AI real music? I believe that when it's in the hands of musicians, it can be.
What Mr. Ballard means by this is when musicians, they use AI, they use it in an expertise way, in a creative, like human direction way, and they don't just use it as clicking a button and having AI just do the rest for them. They use a certain piece of AI and they insert it into their piece.
I do think this illustrates some of the confusion around this topic, which kind of leaves musicians like myself to come up with our own guardrails for how to use AI. The first is it deceptive? Could somebody believe this is actually real? Next, is there artistic intent behind it? So if you're one of these people that's mass producing AI songs, hundreds of songs, and uploading them, your intent is probably not artistic. And then finally, how does this affect the musicians?
And these two key points will be important later on in the video to support our claims. Now, let's move on to...
As we go into our next source of evidence, it's an article called AI's Impact on Music in 2025, Licensing Creativity and Industry Survival. This source backs up our evidence by providing how AI is overriding most popular music platforms. In the text it says, platforms like Spotify and YouTube are already quietly incorporating AI to populate playlists and suggest music. By 2025, expect AI-generated content to flood these platforms, often disguised as human-created. This practice erodes listeners' trust and devalues genuine artistry. This reveals how all human content mixed with real-life emotion is being replaced with generated sound.
This source supports our claim on how generated music sets up a community of unexpected monthly listeners who most likely are clueless to the fact they are listening to generated junk.
All right, here's our guest, Aaron.
He is the only one that chose the AI song, so that's why we pulled him in for questioning. So the first question we're going to ask you is, why did you feel more emotionally connected to the AI-generated song yesterday?
I feel that it sounded more like calm, like more emotional to me, because some AI can get personal to yourself, like if you hear a certain voice and somebody, it gives more emotion. And hearing that calm voice reminded me of my great grandpa. He lives in Florida. I don't see him very much, but the voice reminded me of him, and I just made emotion. Because I'll never see him.
I like that response.
Could you tell that the music was AI?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
When we revealed that the song you chose was AI, did it affect your opinion on the song?
No, not really. I kind of like the AI better.
Better than Mariah Carey?
Yes.
And would you say it was the lyrics, the actual voice, or the beats and the instruments in the song?
I feel like it could be all that put together, combine them all, because the voice, the instrument that was maybe used, or however AI used that, it went very well together, and I would listen to it again. If it made a full song, I'd listen to it again.
Okay. Thank you, Aaron, for your time.
Of course.
Now, to respond to our counter argument, we can use Dustin Ballard's 2 points: deceptive and artistic intent.
The title to the AI music band YouTube video, 1988's Like a Boyz II Men AI cover, gives the appearance that their voices weren't fully taken, but in reality, the real band's voices and vocals were snatched from their own work. Now, artistic intent.
This means that there was no creativity being put out when they uploaded this to YouTube. After looking over their account, this channel has a record of putting out AI copies of popular artists' songs.
This leads us to our risk and ethics. When channels do this, it takes revenue from artists as well as their time and labor, because singers can spend days to months producing music while AI can use their vocals and create a song in just minutes.
This leads us to our bias over the fact that wrongfully using AI is taking all emotion out of music. The use of AI should be limited and only be used solely as a tool to assist artists when making music.
How we're going to recommend this change happens is if huge music platforms start cracking down on AI music artists.
After our discussion, sources, and opinion over the topic, we end off with a finishing claim that AI has no place in the music industry,
especially if it's affecting music artists and their creativity going into the future.